What's up, decoders? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing amazing out there this evening, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Coming to you as usual from Albania, new apartment. So hopefully my internet makes it through. If something drops out during this stream, it's probably because my internet has not been very good. So let me see if I can get some thumbs up in the chat. So that I can be sure that this stream is coming through clearly and you can hear me and you can see it. Let's see. It says I only have 8 people in here right now, but we'll let a few more people join. All right, we got a thumbs up. Hey, Sean, what's up, brother? I might bring you on for a bit. Let's see. You guys make sure you go subscribe to Sean in the chat, Sean of the Sod in the chat. God bless you all today. Hope you guys are doing well. Hello, Allison. Hello, Giovanni and Third Eye Code. David. Congrats to the winners. 6 Miracles. Birdie. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate that. So everything's good, I imagine. You guys can hear me pretty clear, hopefully. Again, I just got to another apartment in Albania, and this apartment, the internet is hit or miss. So hopefully we make it through the whole stream without any disruptions. But I will warn you now, if there is a disruption, I will try to get back on as soon as possible, and hopefully the stream won't be messed up. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, Joseph Aquaviva in the chat. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Joseph Aquaviva 2222. Much love to you, brother. Hello, Justin. So we're going to get started in about another minute, but hope you guys are doing well. Hope so far everything's going well. We're only, 4 weeks away from the eclipse, so, or less than 4 weeks. What am I saying? Like three and a half weeks. So, and if you guys didn't catch the other night, I was on the Illusions channel, talked with him for like 3 hours. So guys, make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Also go check out that live stream we did. Yeah, so we got the Trump lover in the chat. Much love to the Trump lover, Pat Murphy, huh? So anyways, we got 56 in the chat. I'm trying to wait and see if a few more people will join. Will you guys please hit the like button? And as you're getting in, please hit the like button and we'll go ahead and get started. So anyways, I started this just on accident today when I realized I was looking at the earthquake in Revelation 6:12, right? Revelation 6:12, it talks about the great earthquake. And I stumbled across all this, and I've been kind of putting the pieces of this together prior to this, but now it all kind of came together tonight, and I'm going to show you. So let's jump in. So first of all, here's the verse. Here is the verse in Revelation 6:12. This is the King James Version. And basically, Revelation 6:12 is where they say, "And I beheld when he opened up the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon." So what is this, guys? First of all, we have the eclipse coming up next month, right? April 8th. You guys all know that by now. So in this verse, you literally have an earthquake and an eclipse being described, okay? You have the great earthquake being described along in the same verse as a sun being eclipsed. That's why they say, and the sun became black, right? That is the eclipse. And so we're going to bring a few things together in this video. We're going to bring together this verse 6:12, Revelation 6:12. We're going to bring together this event, which was called the Beast Quake. And this happened on January 8th, 2011. This is when the Seattle Seahawks scored a touchdown, and it was so loud it caused a small earthquake. So if you guys don't know what that is, look at the attendance of the Beast Quake, guys. It was 66336. So you got a 666 and a 33 right in the attendance. I always thought that was super hilarious, right? And of course, you guys know about the eclipse coming up next month. That's what this picture is. But I want to go over this. I found this online, and I found someone describing the great earthquake in Revelation 6:12 based off of the Roman comparison. Okay, so the great earthquake is a political upheaval in the Roman world. Okay, so this earthquake may actually be a literal earthquake, but it could also be a political earthquake. Okay, as in a civil war, as in some sort of big division between two parties, as in what Trump and Biden are a part of right now. Okay, and so remember, so here's what this person lists, right? He says the great earthquake is a political upheaval in the Roman world. The sun eclipsed, okay? And that's what this in this verse it's referencing, okay? The end of a pagan emperors of the Roman heavens, the sun being the greater light. Then after that, the stars fall, and he compares that to the fall of the pagan administration, right? And then after that, the moon turns to blood. Now remember, next year there is a blood moon in March, I believe. So we between the eclipse this year on April 8th and next year's blood moon, we are going to see a lot of interesting events connected to this political earthquake and maybe even real literal earthquakes. Now, I'm not saying by any means that I think an earthquake is going to happen on the same day as the eclipse. I don't think they'll do that. I think that's too obvious. So, but I'm just saying, let's keep this verse in mind as we're going through the rest of this year and see if we get any kind of ritual or any kind of, event that's tied to this. Okay. So, and also keep in mind as I go through the rest of this stream that this also is talking about a political thing, not just an actual earthquake. Okay. But let's just get to it, right? So you got Revelation 6:12. Okay. Revelation 6:12 is the verse that talks about an earthquake. And I just mentioned to you in the last page that there was something called a beast quake, which also ties to Revelation, right? The beast, the number 666. Remember, the attendance of this game was 66336. Number of the beast equals 66 in gematria. So this was all about Revelation, guys, a beast quake, right? So what are the chances that in gematria, and this is the Sumerian cipher, and this is the cipher where you take the alphabetical order times 6. So in the normal cipher, A is worth 1, but in this cipher, because you multiply it by 6, A is worth 6. B is 6. B is the second letter times 6 equals 12, okay? So this is the perfect cipher for us to be doing this. Why? Because it's all about the 666, the beast, right? And what happens if you take the gematria of the beast quake in the Sumerian cipher, the cipher that's all about the 6, you get 612, guys. 612 is beast quake, okay? What are the chances of that? And in Revelation 6:12, it talks about a huge quake, a beast quake, an earthquake, all right? That is not a coincidence. I mean, I want you guys to think about that for a minute. The one verse in Revelation that talks about the earthquake, and now you have this event that happened in 2011, the beast quake, and beast quake just happens to equal 612, like the verse, okay? So that in itself is very interesting, and it's not a coincidence, okay? And this is where it gets crazy. This is where this whole thing started for me, and I want you to understand how big this is, okay? From Marshawn Lynch's Beastquake. Okay, so let me just read this. The Beastquake was a National Football League touchdown scored by the Seattle Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch against the New Orleans Saints during a 2010 NFL NFC wildcard playoff game. This happened on January 8th, 2011. Okay, Elvis's birthday. Elvis is very tied to this as well, but I'm not going to talk about that here. But anyways, the beast quake happened on 1/8/2011. Okay. Beast quake equals 484 in Jewish gematria. Okay. This is the cipher that's very hard to get matches. This is one of it's basically connected to the Greek isosophy. Okay. This is the Latin Jewish cipher. Okay. And beast quake equals 484. Okay. And if you measure from the beast quake to the eclipse on 4/8, and okay. I want you guys to understand too that the date is 4/8, right? And if you measure from the beast quake, you get 4/84. And beast quake equals 4/84. Okay. What is the chances of that? That's absolutely improbable. Okay. 484 days exactly. I mean, you got the 0 in there, but you drop the 0 and you get the 484, and the beast quake equals 484. And the date of the eclipse is on 4/8. Okay. Yeah. And 2 times, yeah, that's a good point. Somebody in the chat's mentioning that the last number in the 2024 is 2 times 24 is also 48. So again, and if you even add them together, it's 2 plus 2 plus 4, which is also 8. So it's all about the 4 and the 8s. Okay. Right. And of course, we know Obama's birthday on the other opposite day of the calendar is the 8/4. Right. And there's 8 months and 4 days between 8/4 and 4/8. Okay. But this is absolutely improbable. I mean, you guys should be jumping out of your seats with this because there's no way that this is a coincidence that it's 4/8/4 and Beastquake equals 4/8/4. Okay. So that's just insane to me. Okay. And again, we have this verse in Revelation talking about an eclipse and Beastquake equals 612, and the verse is 612. Okay. So to me, this is what it's telling us. Okay. The 4/8/4 pointing us directly to this day. And this is what's even more crazy, okay? I mean, I don't think this is more crazy, but this is also very crazy. From the Beastquake to the eclipse this year is exactly 159 months, exactly on the nose. And the guy who scored the Beastquake touchdown is Marshawn Lynch. So if you guys didn't think the 4/8/4 connection was enough for you, Beastquake equals 4/8/4. It's 4/8/4 days till the eclipse. What about this? The guy who scores the Beastquake touchdown equals 159, and it's exactly 159 months after he scores the touchdown, the Beastquake touchdown. Okay, and his name equals 159, guys. That's improbable, and he's known as Beast Mode. Okay, Marshawn Lynch. He has an official site called Beast Mode. Okay, and his official site, Beast Mode, also equals 159. So again, what are the chances of that? Marshawn Lynch has a site called Beast Mode, and Beast Mode equals 159, like Marshawn Lynch. Okay, that's also improbable. But don't forget, the 159 is huge because Donald Trump equals 159. Okay, in the same cipher as Beast Mode. Okay, and again, just to reiterate, from the Beast Quake to the eclipse is exactly 159 months. And don't forget, in gematria, in standard gematria, Beast and Trump have multiple matches, 88 and 47, right down here. Okay. And Donald Trump also equals Beast Mode in the same cipher. Okay. And again, that's why this is called the Beast Quake, right? And Donald Trump, thanks, Joseph. Donald Trump also equals 48 in gematria, and the eclipse is on 4/8. Okay. Donald Trump equals 159 and 48. And exactly 159 months after the Beastquake is 4/8. And again, Trump, I'm going to connect Trump more as we go through. But the reason I put the American Nightmare here is because you guys will recall I've been talking a lot about WrestleMania, which is happening one day before the eclipse. And WrestleMania will be all about Cody Rhodes, whose nickname is American Nightmare, right? And it's all about the American Nightmare, the fall of Rome. Remember, in the first slide, I told you that the Revelation 6:12 could be more of a political earthquake as well. where the Roman Empire falls, right? And again, American Nightmare, Rome, America is the modern day Rome. The American Nightmare, right, is Cody Rhodes. And one night before the eclipse, he has a chance to dethrone Roman Reigns, okay? And just to reiterate that, remember, one day before, you have in Philadelphia, in the city that America is associated with, where the Liberty Bell is, Cody Rhodes' American Nightmare equals 159, like beast mode, and it's 159 months after the Beastquake. And look at the crack in the bell, guys. Again, this is all about cracks in the armor, cracks that earthquakes also cause, right? When you think of an earthquake, you think of a crack. So you have this crack right down the center of the logo. And again, American Nightmare equals 159, exactly 159 months after the Beastquake. And again, this guy is Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. Rhodes also equals Eclipse, guys. I forgot to mention this in a couple of my last live streams, but the name Rhodes equals Eclipse, 69 and 33, okay? So he's the Eclipse, guys, and he's going to try to take out the Roman Emperor. This is literally the Roman Empire, okay? Roman Reigns, all right? So it's all going to go down. If Cody wins, it's not going to be a good sign at all, I don't think. So now we're going to talk about this guy. This is another wrestler. You guys know I love to bring in wrestling because they're so obvious with how they code their things, okay? And I've talked about this guy before, but this guy's his real name is Kevin Kazar, which reminds you a lot of Caesar. In fact, if you just change like one or two letters here, you would get Caesar, right? But his name is KK, right? But his stage name is Karrion Kross. KK, Karrion Kross. And again, this guy, I'm going to explain why this is relevant to this, okay? First of all, on August 5th, one day after the lightning strike at the White House, you guys remember on Obama's birthday in 2022, there was a lightning strike at the White House on August 4th. Remember, we're talking about the 4/8s, the 8/4s. One day after this in 2022, the return of this guy, okay? He had left the WWE and he came back, and on his return with his wife, Scarlett, and these two are very all about Revelation, guys. Their whole theme is the book of Revelation. In this whole video, I'm connecting about the earthquake in the book of Revelation, okay? But Karrion Kross comes back with his wife, Scarlett, and they leave an hourglass in front of the Roman Empire. Again, this is Roman Reigns standing in the ring, and his wife comes to the ring and leaves the hourglass. And this is the start of a countdown, okay? This day started a countdown. And I'm going to explain how he even told us that later on, okay? So this is the day that he returned, August 5th, 2022. Keep that in your minds. Okay, and he put the timer in front of the Roman Empire, okay? Now, why is this important? Because this event where he comes back and he puts the hourglass in front of Roman Reigns, and again, Roman Reigns is the guy who's going to be wrestling one day before the eclipse, right? But he puts the hourglass in front of Roman Reigns 612 days before the eclipse, guys. And I just showed you how in the Revelation, it's the verse 6:12 that says, "And I beheld when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black." Again, this is the eclipse. So what are the chances that 612 days after he does this, it lands on this day? And again, the day before that, Roman Reigns could lose the championship, which he's held since August 30th, 2020, okay? But the 6:12 is the verse, Revelation 6:12. And again, Karrion Kross is all about the book of Revelation, his whole theme. And so if we go from the day that he came back, okay, so again, this is August 5th, 2022. He comes back, he puts the hourglass in front of Roman Reigns, and 16 months and 12 days later, he does his own reset, okay? Basically, he resets his character, okay? And what I want to point out about this is not a coincidence, guys. He resets his character 16 months and 12 days after he came back originally on 8/5, okay? And he does this, he posts this, everything is about to crumble, okay? Do you guys get the symbolism? In an earthquake, buildings crumble, all right? The Roman Empire is about to crumble. And he posts this on 16/12, December 16th, last year. He does that exactly 16 months and 12 days after he came back the first time on August 5th, and he put the hourglass, okay? And the reason this is important, guys, is because this date, December 16th, is the date of the old New Madrid earthquake, 1811, 1812 New Madrid earthquakes. Happened on December 16th, the same day this guy posts this, okay? So on the anniversary, okay, of the New Madrid earthquake, he says everything is about to crumble, as in an earthquake, okay? That is improbable. And he did this 16 months and 12 days, like the date, again, after he came back with the hourglass, okay? And again, this is the New Madrid. And how does the New Madrid zone connect with the eclipse this year? Because the eclipse goes directly over the New Madrid zone, guys. The eclipse. Okay, look at this. Back in 1800, there was also eclipses. And at the same time, before this earthquake happened, the Devil Comet also appeared in the sky. Okay, the Devil Comet appeared in the sky around the same time. And if you read up on this, there will also be a Devil Comet appearing at around the same time as the eclipse. And look at where the eclipse hits, guys. Literally right over the New Madrid zone, okay? And let's not forget that so another thing I need to mention here, okay? Another thing I need to mention here is December 16th, 1811, okay? Well, when was the Beastquake, guys? Let me go back. Remember the Beastquake from Marshawn Lynch? The Beastquake from Marshawn Lynch was on January 8th, 11, like 1/8/11. If you don't use the 20 here, 1/8/11. That is 1811. And when was the New Madrid earthquake? It was in the year 1811 on December 16th, okay? And again, this is the same day that Karrion Kross posted everything is about to crumble, okay? So again, the 1811 is not a coincidence, right? That's the reason the Beastquake happened on 1/8/11, okay? And look, it was a 7.2. Jesuit order 7.72, okay? So a lot to say about the 72, but either way, this is not a coincidence that it's about ready to go over the New Madrid zone, okay? Now, let's go back to this. He posted this, everything is about to crumble, on 16/12, December 16th last year, and that's exactly 16 weeks and 3 days before the eclipse. And in Gematria, earthquake equals 163, like the date span, 163, okay? Before the eclipse. And remember, in Revelation 6:12, there's an earthquake and there's an eclipse. In case you guys are getting in late, you might want to go back and watch. Okay? Now, let me just go over what this guy said in this video. And you guys need to go watch this. I'm telling you, all of you guys need to go watch this video. I know you guys might not like wrestling, but I'm telling you, this is the most obvious thing I've ever seen in wrestling. He wasn't even talking to another character. He was literally telling people about the next event. Now listen, I wrote out what he said right here, so I'm going to read it to you, okay? This is exactly what he said. I would like to speak to you all about the most urgent world event that is about to occur. This place is about to be recycled. The moment I walked through the door, which was here, okay, this is when he walked through the door. Again, he's referencing this original comeback, which I already decoded on August 5th, 2022. But he said, the moment I walked through the door, everything was set into motion, which is why the hourglass was this is why the hourglass was put there, okay? He's referencing the countdown, okay? But again, So let me just finish reading this. This place is about to be recycled. The moment I walked through the door, everything was set into motion. And now we are at the threshold of a new beginning. Everything is about to crumble. Can you see it yet? Soon you will. Okay? So he's literally saying, he's telling you about the next most urgent world event, guys. And why is there any even reason for him to talk about this to a wrestler? It doesn't even make any sense. He's talking to the world. He's telling what's coming, okay? He's not talking. It didn't even make any sense in the context of being a wrestler. He wasn't just talking to another wrestler, okay? So again, I want you guys to really let that sink in, okay? And then after he did that, he began posting more. The same day he posted that video, he said, "Time for a reset." Okay? December 16th, okay? Time for a reset. After that, notice that his nickname is Real Killer Cross. Killer Cross. The next video he posted was 7 days later on December 23rd. Do you see the vision in the hourglass, right? So again, the countdown. All right? So again, the countdown, and then you have it's time for a reset, okay? These are his next posts that he made, right? It's time for a reset. And so what happens is this, guys. He brings back these other guys called Akam and Razor, okay? Akam and Razor, and they rename themselves the Final Testament, okay? Final Testament, kind of like the Bible, okay? So again, I told you this guy's theme is all about the Bible. And in this video, he says, this is a quote, "The greatest proclamation is soon to be forgotten without authors," okay? And these guys are known as the authors of pain, okay? So again, they're telling us they're writing a book of pain, right? Taking it right from the book of Revelation. And again, authors equals 612. Just like I've been talking about the verse in the Bible, Beastquake equals 612 in the same cipher, okay? So what about his new group called the Final Testament, okay? So yeah, here this slide is just to remind you guys about the 612. Again, he mentions authors. Authors equals 612, right? And authors write books, like the Bible is a book, right? Now, again, just to remind you, this is all about the 612, the verse of Revelation where the earthquake and the eclipse happens. And the beast quake equals 612 in the same cipher. Okay? But again, they renamed their group Final Testament. And Final Testament equals 159, okay? And why is that important? Why 159, okay? The end is here, they say. We are Final Testament, okay? Notice the Revelation theme, the death theme, it's all there, okay? But why does Final Testament equal 159, okay? That's because I just showed you the Beastquake was done by Marshawn Lynch, who equals 159, and it was the beast mode. Beastquake, beast mode equals 159. Marshawn Lynch, exactly 159 months after he did his Beastquake, is the Eclipse. Again, the night before in WrestleMania, American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes equals 159 will be facing Roman Reigns. And this all goes back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, 159. Okay? So this is signaling that we're coming to the precipice. Again, just like he says in his quote, he says, we are at the threshold. And this was posted last year on December 16th. So he was saying back then that we are on the threshold of a new beginning. So we were already close then, and I think we're even closer now. Okay? So again, the 159 is huge here and absolutely insane that it's exactly 159 months between the Beastquake and the eclipse. Now, why is the Final Testament tied to Donald Trump and the 159? Because since the Final Testament came back, they've been attacking this man, the black man standing here or laying here. His name is Bobby Lashley. Okay? Bobby Lashley was attacked on 126 by the Final Testament. Here they are. he was attacked in Miami. You know, Trump is connected to Florida. He lives near Miami, okay? And why is Bobby Lashley tied to Donald Trump? And you guys just have to understand how big this is. Bobby Lashley is laying on the ground here. Final Testament equals Donald Trump, 159. And Bobby Lashley was the guy who Trump worked with during his time in WWE. Look at this. Trump and Bobby Lashley, the guy I just showed laying on the floor here from Final Testament, helped to shave Vince McMahon's head at WrestleMania 23. Okay? Bobby Lashley is the guy that they attacked right here, and this was the wrestler who fought for Donald Trump in his match. Okay? Let me explain what happened at WrestleMania 23. Okay? Donald Trump was in a battle of the billionaires versus Vince McMahon. Remember, what's been happening to Vince McMahon right now? He's been kicked out of the WWE. Okay? Vince McMahon just recently got in trouble for doing things with, who knows, it's probably all just a fake story, but he got kicked out of his own company, right? And The Rock just came in and pretty much took over his company, right? But anyway, this was the match called the Battle of the Billionaires. And Trump, whoever lost the match, each of them picked a wrestler for them to fight for them. And Trump picked Bobby Lashley, okay? Trump picked Bobby Lashley to wrestle for him. And because Bobby Lashley beat Vince McMahon's wrestler, Trump was able to shave Vince McMahon's head, okay? And again, this was many years ago, guys. This was in 2006 or 2007, sorry, 2007. And Trump was shaving this guy's head, and he was all connected to this man. And this connects to our modern day time where the Final Testament is attacking Bobby Lashley. And again, the Final Testament equals 159, like Donald Trump, right? And I already made all the other connections with the 159. And it's just absolutely insane. What are the chances that it's this wrestler that is being attacked by the Final Testament? Okay. So that's the end of my slides, but I've got more to say here about this WrestleMania here. So let me go out of here. And again, this is WrestleMania 23. Notice that Trump had the Battle of the Billionaires with Stone Cold. You guys all probably know who that is. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the referee. And you had Bobby Lashley on Trump's side. And you had this Umaga on Vince McMahon's side. Okay. And again, it was hair versus hair. It's all about shaving the head. And I think shaving is all about basically getting rid of, right? Shaving. Notice that shave equals Satan, right? Shave and Satan are 2 out of 4 cipher match, 55-80, right? But they said it was hair versus hair. Let's see what that equals. Well, hair versus hair equals 113. That's interesting. But anyways, this was all about Trump and the Battle of the Billionaires, the hair versus hair. This happened on April 1st, 2007 in Detroit at Ford Field. Remember, Lincoln was gotten rid of in a Ford. Remember, we've been talking about Trump. Okay? We've been talking about Trump and him getting possibly similar fate as John F. Kennedy. And so this happened. And okay, so how does this tie to John F. Kennedy? Okay? How is this perfectly synced? Because who is the guy that Trump shaved his head? His name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, okay? Let me just pull it up. Let me see if I could just pull him up. Hold on. So the guy who Trump shaved his hair is Vince McMahon, whose middle name is Kennedy, okay? So what are the chances of that? Trump has so many connections to John F. Kennedy, and possibly Trump gets the same similar fate as John F. Kennedy, right? And the guy that he's shaving in this is, his middle name is Kennedy, right? And he owns the WWE at that time, okay? So, again, what are the chances that his middle name is Kennedy? His, he's shaving Kennedy's head, right? And Kennedy got, he got hit in the head by something, right? So, and then it's interesting that Bobby Lashley used to be in the military, actually. Okay. Bobby Lashley used to be in the military. So this all goes back to like a military operation, right? But yeah, so anyways, what's interesting about this WrestleMania where Trump shaved McMahon's head, April 1st, April Fool's Day, guys. April Fool. Trump is connected to the fool. But let's go from the when Trump shaved the head at WrestleMania in 2007 to this coming WrestleMania, right? Which is on April 8th this year. Look how many days. Well, first of all, let's look at this. From WrestleMania, where Trump saves McMahon's head, right? Right here, to this coming WrestleMania on April 7th, one day before the eclipse, is exactly 888 weeks. Do you guys understand this? There is exactly 888 weeks between Trump's WrestleMania moment. He was only really at one WrestleMania, guys, and it was this one. And there's exactly 888 weeks between Trump's WrestleMania and this WrestleMania, one day before the eclipse. And what is Donald Trump's number? Let me just pull it up for you. Why 888? Donald, see if I can get it to work. Hold on. Donald J. Trump, right? Equals 888. Okay. And what's Donald Trump's text number? It's 88022 or 22088 or whatever, right? And Trump equals 88 in regular gematria, but in Sumerian gematria, right? So that means if you take Donald Trump name times 6 in the normal cipher, it's 888. And you're telling me it's exactly 888 weeks between Trump's WrestleMania on April Fool's Day, Trump is the fool, to this WrestleMania is 888. Okay? And don't forget, Donald Trump wrote the book called Art of the Deal, right? Sorry, it's The Art of the Deal. He wrote The Art of the Deal, and that equals 888 in the same cipher as Donald J. Trump, okay? And again, this was a deal. This WrestleMania was a deal that whoever lost the match would get their head shaved. And it just happens to be that it's 888 weeks exactly between this event and this coming WrestleMania and Eclipse, okay? Also, notice that in days, it's 6,216 days. Why is this important? Because this is 6,000, like the number 6, right? 666. And it's 6,216 days. Well, what's the 216, guys? What's 6 times 6 times 6? Well, let me just type it here. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. Okay? And from Trump's WrestleMania to this WrestleMania is 6,216 days, which is 888 weeks, connecting to the 888 and the 666 right there. And don't overlook the fact that in this number, there is definitely a 612 in here, right? If you read it backwards, especially 612. And remember, I've been talking about Revelation 6:12, which says there was a great earthquake and an eclipse, all right? And in the very beginning of this slides, I talked about how this guy brought up the fact, if you guys can read it, a great earthquake is a political upheaval in the Roman world, okay? So a great earthquake also represents a political thing, all right? And well, again, Trump is all about the politics. So this all connects to Trump. And whatever's coming is going to be a political earthquake. And maybe even we get a real earthquake, an actual earthquake, all right? So that's just insane. And there's so much more I could say here. I'm wondering if Sean is still in the chat. I might bring Sean on here because Sean, if you guys are unfamiliar with Sean's channel, let me bring it up here. Hold on. So Sean is another decoder in the community. He doesn't have many subs yet, but please help him get his subs up. Go subscribe to his channel. And if you guys are in here right now, would you please hit the like button? I only have 67 likes and I have 149 in the chat. So please hit those like buttons. That really helps the stream and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. So anyway, Sean, let's see. Let me see if I can find his channel here. There it is. All right, so this is Sean's channel. He has 216 subs right now. Perfect, right? I just talked about the 216. If Sean's in the chat, you can link your channel in the chat, brother, if you want, so that people can go. But he's been doing great. I mean, his work is so profound. A lot of you guys might find it a bit complicated. Even I do sometimes find it complicated, but he does amazing work. And he's been doing all kinds of connections between the book of Revelation and Revelation 6:12, which I talked about in here, and talking about, Oppenheimer, again, talking about nuclear. So anyways, guys, go make sure you guys subscribe to him. He's got 13 videos so far, but I'm sure he'll be doing more videos. And yeah, so thank you guys for doing that for me. And I might bring Sean on live a bit to see if he can add anything about this earthquake stuff. All right. So, because he's been doing a lot of research into it. And yeah, he just left the link. He just left the link in the chat, guys. Go subscribe. Allison is saying in the chat that head wound explosions. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, yeah, good point. Thank you for pointing that out, Allison. Head wound. Remember, Kennedy got a head wound, right? And Trump also might get a head wound. Okay? And remember, Kansas City just won the Super Bowl. And guess where the guy that helped Trump, Bobby Lashley, okay? Remember, I told you that Trump was helped by Bobby Lashley. Guess where Bobby Lashley is from, guys? From Kansas. He's from not far from Kansas City. So what are the chances of that? In gematria, Kansas City also equals. Remember, Kansas City just won the Super Bowl, and Kansas City equals 888, okay? I believe nuclear weapon also equals 888, if you spell it right. So nuclear weapon, 888, okay? And again, this could be tied because it's possible that the nuclear thing goes hand in hand with the earthquake, okay? And yeah, don't forget, Oppenheimer just won Best Picture at the Oscars. So Oppenheimer has been in the news. They're really pushing this. And okay, first of all, Putin just came out today and said that we're preparing for a nuclear, right? Because the United States keep helping Ukraine, right? So again, there's just so much connected to this. And yeah, I mean, I'm just saying they've been really pushing this nuclear thing. But I think the nuclear thing, oh yeah, thank you, Joseph. You guys remember when Trump's Mar-a-Lago was raided? You guys remember that, Mar-a-Lago? Well, that also equals 888, right? And remember, it's 888 weeks between Trump's WrestleMania, where he shaved the Kennedy's head, right, to this year's WrestleMania, right? So, earthquake, Oppenheimer, nuclear weapon. There's something about this that's all connected, guys, whether it's a political thing or whether it's an actual physical earthquake. And look at Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago equals 408, which is kind of like the date of the eclipse. Okay. And I wonder how many days after Mar-a-Lago this eclipse is. Hold on a second. Let me look at that. What year was Mar-a-Lago raided? Was that in Was that 2022 or 2023? Can somebody help me out in the chat with that? Can somebody help me out in the chat if Mar-a-Lago was rated on an 8/8/2022 or 2023? I think it was 2022. Oh, wow. That's interesting, guys. Look, it's almost 88 weeks. So that means on 4/15, it will be 88 weeks after Mar-a-Lago. And technically, let's think about this. Technically, this is 87 weeks after the 8/8 Mar-a-Lago raid. But as soon as you start your 87th week, this is the completion of 87 weeks. So you could say that this is the beginning of the 88th week since Mar-a-Lago was raided on 8/8. Do you guys understand what I'm saying there? Because 87 is completed here. That means on this day, on the eclipse, you completed 87 weeks. That means you started your 88th week. Okay? So what are the chances that from Trump's WrestleMania, it's 888 weeks to this year's WrestleMania, one day before the eclipse, and then from the 8/8 Mar-a-Lago, okay, to the 4/8 eclipse is 87 weeks. And don't forget, the 87 is also important here because 87 is but let's talk about the 88 for a minute. Beast equals 88, like Trump, right? And I just talked about the Beast Quake, right? And how it's connected to the Beast Quake, and Trump equals 88 like Beast. Okay. But don't forget, this guy equals 87. It's been 87 weeks. But yeah, 87 is also a number that I could talk about, but I don't know if I want to bring in other numbers here. Yeah, number of the beast does equal 87. That's right. So see, that's what I mean, guys. Beast of Revelation and number of the beast both equal 87. Okay. Yeah, and as Joseph is saying in the chat, Trump's calm before the storm statement came 888 days before the COVID was declared, right? So Trump has that connection to the 888, and the eclipse is 888 days after his WrestleMania. Absolutely insane. Chris Holding, what's up, brother? He's saying that 888 plus 888 is 1776. Yeah, good point. So again, this is all connected to the United States. 888 plus 888 equals 1776. And this obviously is connected all with the United States this year, right? The Declaration. And don't forget, Donald Trump equals Declaration of Independence in Jewish, right? So let me just show you that real fast. Donald Trump equals 589 in Jewish gematria, and Declaration of Independence equals 589 in the same cipher as Donald Trump, guys. Okay. And remember, the Declaration of Independence, 1776, 888 plus 888 is 1776. Okay. Oh, good one. Jude Ray says in the chat, from the COVID declaration. Let's go look at that. That's crazy. From the COVID declaration on 3/11 to next year's inauguration of the President of the United States will be 1,776 days, guys. I mean, come on. Look at that. From the COVID, that's an amazing find. Thank you so much for that. From the COVID to the next presidential inauguration is exactly 1,776 days, guys. Come on. Come on now. And look, 589, guys. 589. There it is. Donald Trump, 589. Declaration of Independence, 589. I just showed you that. So 1,776 days is 58 months and 9 days, which is 589. I just showed you that. You see what happens when we work together, guys? Amazing info. 589. Boom. And so, I've done a couple of videos about this number. If you guys haven't seen my 589 videos, remember in gematria, in the same cipher, Thomas Anderson, the one who plays the Matrix character in the Matrix movie, equals 589. Okay. Golden Gate equals 589 in Hebrew. Okay. So again, this is a big number. That's why my channel has the the 589 after it. So the new tower is 1,776 feet tall. Okay, yeah, that's another good point. I'm assuming you mean the World Trade the new World Trade Tower is 1,776 feet tall. Eve Adam is saying 1776 minus 1,000 is 776, and 776 minus 100 is 676, and then minus 10, you get the 666. That's interesting. Good one. All right. Well, I don't know, Sean, do you want to come on for a minute? I mean, I don't want to be on too long, but if you have anything else that you want to share, I might bring Sean on, and this will actually go with what I was talking about earlier with the earthquake. So let's see if Sean wants to come on now. Okay, Sean's down. So hold on. Give me just a moment, guys, and I'll get him on. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. Thank you for 101 likes. If you guys still haven't hit that button, please hit it. But I already got 101, and I appreciate that. Let's see. Let me put that in the chat for you. Hold on. KJ Malone. KJ Malone is saying that Taylor Swift's hometown area code is 484. She was born 48 weeks and 4 days after Skull and Bones' birthday. She had her own quake. Wow. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm putting that comment up for you guys to see. Okay, remember, Taylor Swift was a part of the Super Bowl this year. Taylor Swift's hometown area code is 484. Let me go back to that before I bring Sean on, and I'll let me go over how big that is. All right, so in the beginning of this stream, I showed you guys how from the Beastquake, the earthquake in Seattle by Marshawn Lynch, to the Eclipse is 484, and Beastquake equals 484. All right, and read what KJ Malone just wrote in the chat. Taylor Swift's hometown area code is 484. She was born 48 weeks and 4 days after Skull and Bones. She had her own quake. Do you guys remember this? The Swift quakes in Seattle. I'm telling you, this is all about Seattle, guys. We had 2 events in Seattle. The Swift quakes last year in July. Taylor Swift fans shake it off, causing record-breaking Swift quakes. Okay, Taylor Swift quake, right? This happened in Seattle, the same place where Marshawn Lynch, where Marshawn Lynch hit had the Beastquake. And you're telling me that from Marshawn Lynch's Beastquake to the Eclipse is 484, and Taylor Swift, who also had her own quake, her area code is 484? Come on now. That's insane. So amazing finds. You guys are awesome. I'm telling you guys. I mean, I just can't believe. Silver Links is saying that Islam calls itself the final testament. Really? Wow. I didn't know that. Anyway, let me get Sean on here. Hold on a second. Sorry, Sean. I'm bringing you on.
All good. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you guys give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear Sean? Go ahead and say something.
Hello. Testing. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you. Just waiting for a thumbs up in the chat from somebody.
Okay, just testing again. Testing.
Kathy Chauner says, yep. Okay, Coffee Girl has a thumbs up. Good. We're good to go. So again, guys, this is Sean. Go check out his channel, but he's going to add some things, I'm sure, to this earthquake stuff. that I already talked about. So go ahead,
Yeah.
Sean.
Well, I mean, thank you guys first of all, and thanks for giving me a shout out. It means a lot.
No problem, man.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Okay, so let's just continue with the Taylor Swift thing. Um, so if you guys have learned from or have seen or are familiar with Derek from the Gematrinator, he talks about the number 1331, and that's a really big eclipse number. I don't know if you want to, because if you type it's an eclipse number for different reasons. Because if you type in 1331 or eclipse 1331,
Eclipse
um,
1331.
let me look up.
Oh yeah, so eclipse 1331 equals 1331.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of different examples like that. Oh, and then you guys know for eclipses, it has to do with landfall you when the paths like the landfall when they enter the United States. So
Right.
both land and fall equal 13 and 31. So if you type in land,
Yeah, land
13 and 31,
1331.
and fall. Sorry.
1331. You know what's
Okay. So,
another 1331 I got to put in here? Remember how
yep.
WrestleMania has the bell logo one day before the eclipse?
Yeah.
Guess what bell equals?
1331. Oh, that's
So
awesome.
why does WrestleMania have the bell logo one day before the eclipse? The 1331 code, guys, it's the eclipse. Remember, Taylor Swift, she's connected to that 13, and 31 is the reverse of that. So go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, and if Casey is still in here, because Casey was telling me some 1331s too that are relevant. But I guess just to move on with the Taylor Swift thing. So Marshawn Lynch to Taylor Swift's birth, they're 1331 days apart.
What? Right? Really?
Yeah,
Okay. So hold on, guys. All right, hold on. When I got to look up his birthday because I don't know. Do you
it's
know?
April 22nd, 1986.
Oh, the same year as the Chernobyl, huh?
Yep, or 422 1986.
Wait, 422? Isn't that
Yep,
Oppenheimer's birthday?
yep.
Oh my God. Okay, so he's born on Oppenheimer's birthday in the year of the nuclear incident.
Yep.
Wow.
And
Okay, guys, do you
then
understand that? Do you guys understand that? Like how big that is? Marshawn Lynch, the guy who did the Beastquake in Seattle, was born on the same day as Oppenheimer, and he was born in the year of the Chernobyl incident. Okay, so hold on, and then Taylor Swift was born on December 13th, 1989. I know that one.
yep.
And look at this, 1331, guys. Now again, if you guys missed that, 1331 is an eclipse code. Okay, because 1331 eclipse equals 1331. Okay.
And just elaborate on that more, because we started the whole, or your whole stream started with Revelation 6:12. So I don't know if you want to do this. So if you copy paste the entire verse of Revelation 6:12, the King James version.
Oh, okay, hold on. The King James version.
Yeah, yeah, and then just copy paste it into the Gematria Nader.
Okay, hold on. My computer's going to be slow because I got so much loading on here. Is that the whole verse? Does it end with the moon, or is there more to that?
That's it. Oh no,
Okay,
sorry.
hold on.
No, no, no. It's right there at the top. Then the moon became as blood. So you can copy paste just up there.
I don't think that's the King James version, though.
Oh, I watched. Oh, you're right. You're right. Sorry.
I don't know why it's taking so long, but hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm waiting for my computer to load. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. See if I can get this to move here.
But now, so at the beginning, now type in Revelation 6:12 right before. So how you would see it normally, like Revelation 6:12.
Yeah, okay. I can't even type. My computer's going so slow. 6:12, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
There
Okay.
you go.
All right, you guys see that? We're talking about the 1331 eclipse code. And again, in the book, in this chapter 6:12, it mentions, the eclipse and the earthquake. And if you type in Revelation 6:12 and the whole verse, it equals 1331. And again, how does this connect to carrying cross? I just want to put this together real fast, Sean. How
Yeah.
does this connect? How does this connect to carrying cross, who already told us about the upcoming event, right? And don't forget that Karrion Kross's name is Kevin Kazar, KK. His stage name is Karrion Kross, KK. What's going on with the KKs here? Well, K is the 11th letter, okay? And 1331, okay? 1331 is 11 cubed, which means 11 times 11 times 11 equals 1331. So why do you think they have Karrion Kross, who has all K's in his name? Why is he connected to this? Because why does he have all K's? It's the 11th letter, right? So just to add more to that, and interesting that if you read 11 cubed, it's like 113, and we know that's also a big number with Kobe and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
all right, so what next, Sean? This is some amazing info.
Yeah. So just to uh, branch off of the nuclear stuff. So um, with the hair thing, when they're shaving his hair, you know how hair loss, that's actually that happens like from radiation
Right? Yeah.
when there's like a nuclear spill or something. So that's like one thing. Um, and hold on, I had a bunch of notes.
And there's hair. The hair is mentioned in this verse. I just
Yep.
noticed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
Um, oh, okay. So, and then we were talking about the Mar-a-Lago raid. Like, do you remember what they were looking for? Because they
uh,
said that he had the nuclear codes.
oh, really? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting because that was like you were bringing up how the hair loss thing was 888 weeks before the upcoming WrestleMania.
Right. Yep. Yep.
So
888 weeks.
yeah, and yeah. 1, 2, 7. Okay, so continuing with the nuclear stuff, this is really crazy. So Karrion Kross, if you go from his birthday to well, one of the really big nuclear events, the Fukushima nuclear disaster.
Mm-hmm.
You want to check how many check this span from Karrion Kross's birth to
Do you have that with you? Because I don't know it. What is it?
oh, do you know his birthday?
Not his. I know his. Well, actually, I just forgot it. So go. Do you
It's
have it?
yeah, it's 7/19/85.
Oh, 85 again. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a
Just
lot of
talked
things to say
about
about
it.
the 80. I have a lot of things about this, a lot of things to say about the 85 too.
All right,
And then
719. All right, go
85,
ahead.
yeah. And then Fukushima was 3/11/11.
Hmm.
So click on the 1338. Just click to see the properties of that number.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the date 2/3/2023. That's the date of the Ohio train derailment when they were calling that the Chernobyl of the Midwest because of
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, guys.
So it's like two
Interesting.
connections to like nuclear with him. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, what are the odds that he was born that exact amount of weeks before the Fukushima nuclear disaster, which that number matches the date of the other, yeah, that which they were calling the Chernobyl of the Midwest.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is the. If you guys don't remember last year, the Ohio train derailment was on 2/3/23, right? And again, Karrion Kross, the guy who a lot of people probably don't. That's hard because people don't know who's Karrion Kross. Well, this is Karrion Kross again, the guy, the Revelation guy. His birthday just happens to be 1338 weeks before the Japan Fukushima incident, and that happens to break down to 23223, which is the year and the date of the Ohio train derailment. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
So, yeah.
perfect, like 2/3/2023. So just to, I guess, wrap up that nuclear connection. So if you look up, if you put in the Gematrinator, can you just type in nuclear earthquake? And can you add the standard cipher? Oh, you just need the standard in Latin for this. So just add the standard. So it's 1189, right?
Uh-huh.
Now type in Donald J. Trump.
I
in
see.
Latin. In Latin.
Yeah, I see it.
So
you guys see that here? Actually, that they also have the match here. Oh, sorry, no, they don't. I don't know what I'm thinking. But anyway, 1189, Donald J. Trump, 1189 in Latin, nuclear earthquake, 1189 in standard. Okay, interesting.
And that's pretty biblical too, because there's a total of 1,189 chapters in the whole Bible. So
1189, huh?
Yeah. And total chapters in the Bible.
89 chapters. Okay. I'm just trying to type it out for people so they can see it, you know?
Yeah.
So there's 1,189 chapters in the Bible. And again, Donald J. Trump equals 1189 in standard, nuclear earthquake 1189 in Jewish. So good one.
Yeah. And so this also has to do with okay, this is actually interesting about Cody Rhodes. So if you go from Cody Rhodes' birthday, which was
June 30th, 1985. Not long before. I need to check how all these dates, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Karrion Kross, and Drew McIntyre, who are all big involved in this year's WrestleMania, are all born in 1985.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that and Great Earthquake equals 85.
Yeah, Great Earthquake equals 85. And the date he returned Karrion Kross and put the hourglass in front of Roman Reigns equals 85. And again, Great Earthquake equals 85 in the same cipher as, or 247 in the same cipher as Seattle, Washington. Remember, we've had two earthquake events foreshadowings in Seattle, Washington, right? So, and don't forget the really big one equals 241. That was the article, or 247. That was the article that was written about the earthquake. Oh, you know what's interesting here? Okay, so the day that Karrion Kross posted his tweet saying everything is about to crumble on the anniversary of the New Madrid earthquake, right? It was exactly the 212th anniversary, and that's Seattle, Washington. That's J. Robert Oppenheimer. That's the Trinity test. And that's the Manhattan Project. All that has the 212. And don't forget, yeah, and just take my word for it. I'm typing way too much. But the Manhattan Project, 212. The Trinity test, 212. J. Robert Oppenheimer, 212. The area code for Manhattan is 212. And again, Trump, when he went to Texas on 229, they showed him arriving at 2:12 p.m. I don't know if anyone saw that, but that was definitely connected.
Yeah, and the 212 is really interesting too, because so that actually connects to the I think it's the Chinese ox, the Chinese ox year.
Okay.
So I learned this from the Channel 7 one. But the Chinese ox, the the mythology behind that's tied to the ox is that earthquakes, the origin of earthquakes, it comes from the shrugging of the annoyed ox's shoulders, and that's in Wikipedia. So like oxes are tied to earthquakes, and the ox
Can I
here,
just type in ox and earthquake and will it come up?
Chinese, maybe like ox Chinese zodiac earthquake. Yeah, right there, the Gansu province.
Yeah, it says, guys, it says according to widespread Gansu province myth, earthquakes have their origin in annoyed shrugging of the ox which bears the earth on its back. That's
and
interesting.
and the ox. So the ox is the second of the 12 zodiac, so 212,
Yeah.
and the ox year that just passed, but that was in 2021, but that one happened to start on February 12th. So it's the second of 12. It's the last one was on 212,
What do you know what year that was?
2021.
Of the ox, really?
Yeah.
I thought that was a tiger year. Oh no, maybe it was the ox. Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, I think
Because
Tiger was 22.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
518 weeks. Oh man. I'll have to talk about that another time, the 518. But
Well, look at that. That's 9/11, dude.
yeah, yeah.
Look at that. 9/11 to the 3/11 Fukushima.
Yeah.
And this is like 322, right? And this has the 55, like earthquake equals 55. I mean, there's a lot there, but
Yeah. And so to elaborate a little bit more on that 212, so that was Lincoln's birthday, Abraham Lincoln. And the eclipse is going to be going over Illinois, which in Illinois, there's the city of Lincoln.
yeah, it's going. I think I covered this. I think it's the eclipse is going over Lincoln's, like wherever they have it, like a city of Lincoln or something. There's like a statue of him there or something. I don't remember what exactly it was, but
Yeah, so there is a city of Lincoln, Illinois, and if you look at the Wikipedia for it, the elevation is 589 feet.
really,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. So the elevation of Lincoln, Illinois, is 589 feet, guys. And you guys missed the beginning or earlier. We talked about Donald Trump equals 589, Declaration of Independence 589. Yeah, I mean, it's
And
also the area code 217.
mhm.
And that's been a number that's been coming up because August 4th this year is the 217th day of the year. There was just reported that a German guy had 217 vaccinations, and he's still alive apparently. But that's neither here nor there.
I
But
can connect the 217 to the 484 too.
oh, really?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So I learned this from Casey Jones too. So 217, like February 17th. February
Uh-huh.
17th in gematria, it equals 2222. February 17th. I think.
Yeah, it does. It equals two
Okay.
two 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 two.
So 484 is 22 22 squared. So that's 22 plus 22. 484.
Oh, yeah. 484 is 22 squared. Yeah, that's right.
So that's 22 plus 22, right?
Yeah, and the Great American Eclipse. Thank you, Joseph, in the chat. The Great American Eclipse equals 217. That's why I forgot about that.
Mm.
So the elevation or the area code of Lincoln, Illinois, where the eclipse is going to be going, is 217, and the Great American Eclipse equals 217. How far is this away from? I wonder how far this is away from like the center. I have to look more into it, but or how this.
Well, because I mean, if it's going over Carbondale, Illinois, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how far, but it's got to be close. It's got to be super close.
Yeah, I would imagine it is.
Mhm. So going back to the New Madrid, or do you want to like? Did you want to elaborate on any of that before?
I don't think so. Go ahead and say what you want to say.
Okay, so what's really interesting about the date of the New Madrid earthquake, like the one that happened in 1811, because you were saying that it was 1611, or sorry, 1612, the date
Mm-hmm.
1612, 1811.
Yeah.
So if you were to convert those into time, like 1612 p.m.
Right.
To 1811 p.m., it's 1 hour and 59 minutes, like 159.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So, okay. Going back to the 159 then.
yeah.
Interesting.
And something that oh, okay, hold on. I'll say this real quick. Have you ever, I mean, have you ever thought, I guess, like consciously, how like you have the Great Earthquake and the Beast Quake, but have you ever looked up the gematria for the Great Beast Quake?
No, I haven't. But apparently I need to. The Great Beast Quake, huh?
Yeah, but you might want to open the keypad cipher.
Oh, keypad, huh?
Yeah, I started
Yeah,
learning
in
like
case
Zenith has been talking about the keypad cipher a
yeah,
lot.
I was just
Wait,
getting ready to say that. In case you guys don't know the keypad cipher, go check out Zenith of the Alpha's channel, and he'll show you how this cipher is very relevant. So if you guys don't know about this cipher, the keypad, again, you guys use this cipher every day on your phone. It's the it's the buttons on your phone. That's the keypad cipher. Whatever the numbers are, each letter on the pad, that's the cipher, you know. And actually, it goes in series of threes, which also is interesting. 222, 333, 444. Okay, so yeah, just
sorry,
to give you guys.
can you take the off? So just Great Beast Quake.
Oh, okay, just great beast quake.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 71, right?
Yeah.
So the 71st prime number is 353. If you want to look at that real quick. Now, can you type in the number 159? Just keep the 353 in mind, or just in the properties.
Oh, okay. All right.
159.
Yeah, keep the 353 as the 71st prime in mind, so that people are following us. Hopefully, 159.
Mm-hmm. So it's 3 times 53.
I see.
Addition.
So yeah, hopefully I know I got a lot of smart people in the chat. I think most of them are following us. So the connection to the 353 and the 159 again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just to I mentioned it like when we were talking earlier, but then when you look at the 353, um,
Mm-hmm.
like underneath where we just were, so that's the
Yeah.
second. It's the second and the 16th prime numbers, like 216.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, that
Yep.
gives you your
And look, it adds up to the divisors of 159 add up to 216.
oh, nice. I missed that one.
So again,
Nice.
that's the 6 times 6 times 6, 216. So
And so keep sticking with that New Madrid date. So when you go from, remember how from 9/11 to the eclipse coming up is 1178 weeks.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you type this in. So go from 12, 16, 18, 11 to the eclipse coming up. The weeks.
I see it in the weeks. I see it. Yep.
And it's like exact too.
So Yeah, in case you guys are lost here, this 11.8, okay, this 1178 number is basically the amount of weeks between 9/11 and the eclipse, okay? It's just not just without the zero. So if you measure from 9/11 2001 to the eclipse on 4/8 2024, it's 1178 weeks. And from the New Madrid earthquake in 1811, December 16th, if you measure from that earthquake to the eclipse this year, it's instead of 1178 weeks, it's 11078. So it's perfectly aligned with 9/11 and this earthquake. And don't forget, the Revelation 8:11 is also something that Sean talks about a lot. This is 18:11, right? So that's
Yeah,
interesting.
and then also don't forget that 1178 divided by 2 is 589. That big number.
Right. Yep. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, let me type that in so they can see. 1178 divided by 2 equals 589, right? So that's Donald Trump's number. That's Declaration of Independence in Jewish. We talked about that earlier, 589. So
And and also continuing with like the beast, like all the beast stuff. And also, I mean, this also connects everything like you've been talking about with when you talked about the head wound that video you did.
yeah.
So if you go from the beast quake, if you go from the beast quake January 8th, 2011 to that, you can keep the eclipse. You can keep the last one. So just the
Okay.
1/8/11. So if you look at the years and months, just the years and months. So I believe that this is a reference to Revelation 13:3, and that's about the beast getting the head wound.
Let me just type that in. Hold on. Yeah, I see people in the chat are saying this matrix is far bigger than man. It's biblical. Yeah, I agree, guys.
Yeah, because I guess that's one thing I would like to I guess say about my work is that everything is connected to the Bible. Like I know that there's a lot of connections that you can make that aren't necessarily like from the Bible, but pretty much everything that I share, like every detail is always connected to the Bible, just because like that's just where my heart is right now. So
Right. Well, it's good. I mean, I should do more connections to the Bible too, and that's why I'm taking this today and doing it because I saw that number. I knew you were looking at the 612, and I just saw how it was completely connected. And again, just to reiterate what I got up here on the screen real fast. Again, the beast in Revelation 13:3, 133, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Okay, that's Revelation 13:3, right? And from the beast quake, right? The beast earthquake by Marshawn Lynch, who equals Donald Trump, 159, it's 13 years and 3 months. Exactly. Okay. 13 years and 3 months, just exactly like the Revelation verse about the head wound. And don't forget, in Gematria, head wound equals Donald J. Trump. 148 right there. Donald J. Trump equals 148 in the opposite cipher, but still interesting, right?
and then if you keep kind of breaking it down like with this theme, so Carrying Cross, his birthday is 7/19. Um, and if you want, can you look up the properties of 133?
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, Carrying Cross, the guy I brought up earlier about the connection to Donald Trump in the end times, his birthday is the opposite day on the calendar of Donald Trump.
Oh,
Also,
that's really good too. So 133 breaks down to 7/19,
yeah.
and
So yeah,
even further than that, it's the fourth and the eighth primes.
right. Okay, well that makes sense. So you got Carrying Cross's birthday breaks down to the fourth and the eighth prime, right? 7 is the fourth, 19 is the eighth. That's 4/8. That's the eclipse. Donald Trump equals 4/8. I didn't even check to see how many days they were born apart, Karrion Cross and Donald Trump. But
I could look that up real quick.
but
Like
hold on, like
their actual days,
what'd you say?
like they're like from when they're actually born.
Yeah, I just wanted to look into that. Hopefully you guys are following along in the chat. Thank you guys so much for while we're just looking something up here. Got
Well,
126
it's
likes.
interesting because
Appreciate it.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say they were born exactly 20,040 weeks apart, and we're in the year 24. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, let me just bring that up and see if I can see something here. Hold on. 614, 1946 to 1985, 719. And again, I'll show them here while I'm at it that Trump is. And you know what's even more interesting about Karrion Cross's birthday? First of all, guys, I want you guys to notice this. Karrion Cross, the guy, Revelation wrestler I just showed earlier in the video. Okay, he's born on the 200th day of the year. Okay. Donald Trump is born on the day leaving 200 days in the year. That means they're born on the opposite days. Donald Trump is the 45th president. If you write Karrion Cross's birthday internationally, 197, 197 is the 45th prime number. So again, even Karrion Cross's birthday, the 179, like July, what am I thinking here? Oh yeah, 197. Okay, yeah, 197 is Karrion Cross's birthday, and that's the 45th prime. Donald Trump. It's funny. I keep looking down and I have 148 in the chat. Donald J. Trump, 148. But yeah, Trump was the 45th president. Karrion Cross's birthday is the opposite day on the calendar of Trump's. And again, 197 is his birthday, and that's the 45th prime. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and you said they were born 1/4.
I was looking at the 2040, which is interesting because 24.
Yeah. Man, that's interesting. Yeah, the 2040, that's 2/4. We're in the year 24. Marshawn Lynch, the guy who ran the Beastquake, he wore the number 24. So again, do you think they were pointing us to the year 24 with the Beastquake? Probably. Okay, they were. If you add the day, Trump and Karrion Cross were born 1,676 days apart. There's something I could say about that, but I won't make everyone more confused. So, but that is interesting. All right, what else you got, Sean?
Oh, did we already look up Cody Rhodes' birthday or his actual birth to the Beastquake?
No.
Okay. Can you look at that real quick?
Okay.
But then also, if you add the date, if you add the end date, so with the weeks, if you look at just the weeks.
Just the weeks.
Yeah. That's 666 plus 666 equals 1332.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, I did not know that. That's interesting.
There's like more beast connection.
Yeah, so look at this. So the divisor, so Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to say here real fast. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, who has a chance to defeat Roman Reigns before the eclipse. He's born 1,332 days before the Beastquake in 2011. Okay, and again, the Beastquake is all about the 666, the number of the beast, and that just happens to be 666 times 2. Or you could break it down to the 333. We know how big that's been lately. Or the 222, or the 444, or the 148, which is, again, the head wound, and Donald J. Trump's number. But again, in gematria, if you take that number times 6, you get 888, and there's 888 weeks between Trump's WrestleMania and this year's WrestleMania. And here's another big one. If you don't add the day, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, was born 25 years, 192 days before the Beastquake. Why is the 192? Because Cody Rhodes' nickname is the American Nightmare. Not the American Nightmare. Nightmare. 192, guys. So again, what's the chances that the guy who calls himself the American Nightmare was born 25 years, 192 days before the Beastquake, which connects to this year? Yeah. So another interesting thing.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's like perfectly weeks too, just
Yeah.
like on the
And
maps.
another big thing to prove this again is that Cody Rhodes was born on the day leaving 184 days in the year. Okay. And Great American Eclipse equals 184. So, and Rhodes itself, just the Rhodes itself. So 184, Great American Eclipse, Cody Rhodes born 184 day left in the year. Okay. And even WrestleMania equals 184. And he's going to be in WrestleMania one day before the eclipse. 184. But yeah, so that's just another thing.
Yeah, and then I forgot to mention this when we were talking about the 1331, but I made a video of like last week about so we've been talking about the midway point between 9/11 and the eclipse, which is split at 589 weeks. But then, have you ever looked at the midway point from the opening of the World Trade Center to 9/11?
I've been watching your videos, so I think you showed that, right?
Yeah, so that's so from the opening of the World Trade Center to 9/11, that's split in half at 742 weeks.
What's the opening day again?
That's 4473, April 4, 1973.
To 9/11.
Yeah, but it's April 4th. April 4th.
Oh shoot.
4/4. Yeah.
I thought I had that, but then it changed.
Oh, so when you add the end date, when you divide it in half, when you divide that in half, it's 742. So the midway point between these two is 742 weeks. So you can just it's funny because Lionel Messi, he was born right in between. So you can just go to 6/24 1987.
Okay.
And then if you take, yeah, so I mean, what are the odds that Messi was born right in between that? But so now if you add those two end dates, like the numbers that represent those midway points, so 742 plus 589, that's 1331.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. In case you guys are wondering what he's saying there, you guys know Lionel Messi, right? The soccer player. He's born at the very midway point between the opening of the World Trade Center?
Yeah, that's the opening.
The opening of the World Trade Center to the 9/11 event. He's born directly in the middle of that. This guy. I mean, come on. And Brady, didn't you say Brady's born directly in the middle of?
Yeah, so what that is, so that's the other really big New Madrid earthquake. That's why the 68 is so significant too, because there was another really huge New Madrid earthquake in 1968 on November 9th. So so from that earthquake to the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, the midway point is Tom Brady's birth. But it's not split perfectly in half. So that's So see how it's 911 weeks between those two. Exactly.
Yeah. So again, just to reiterate, so they can understand, this is the day of the. You said this is the New Madrid earthquake that happened in 1968, right?
Yeah.
That's when they started building the trade centers, right?
Yep.
Right. So you're telling me there's 911 weeks between that and the Chernobyl incident in 1986, right? Not exactly 911 weeks. Okay.
Yeah. And Tom Brady was born right in between those two dates.
Yeah, so Tom Brady, the GOAT, right, who became the Patriot after the Patriot Act in 9/11, he was born right in the middle of the New Madrid quake and the Chernobyl incident. So Tom Brady, born 8/3, 1977. I think I have that memorized.
So it's gonna be like 40. Yeah, so 45, 455.5. So
Uh-huh.
so 9/11 divided by 2 is 455.5. So if you were
Okay.
to add that end date,
Right.
and so the thing that made me think about all that was when the creator of Dragon Ball died, because his birthday was 4/5/55.
Right. Yeah. I remember you showing that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I watch your videos, man. So I remember you showing that.
they're really dense. I know it's hard. I wish like there could be a simpler way to get the information
Well,
out, but
well,
it's
the
like,
connections that you're finding, man, there's no easy way to share them. Okay,
yeah,
let's just put it that way. But hey, you're doing your work that you're called to do. So just do it.
yeah. I'm just you're right. Yeah, I'm just doing my best, but I appreciate that a lot.
All right. So let's see how much time we're in because I also don't want to. We can run like another 10 minutes or so. So
Okay.
whatever you want.
Well, I mean, I could break down one more thing that basically it's going to have to do with, I think, carrying cross.
All right.
And this is just going to show, like, for sure, 100% that he is tied to Revelation 6:12. Like,
Okay. Well,
100%.
that's a good thing I want to see then. Okay.
But it is going to require, like, some steps. So I hope that's okay. But I'll I'll be as precise as possible. So first thing, can you go back to the gematria of Revelation 6:12, but without putting the Revelation 6:12 like in the beginning of it?
Thank you guys for sticking around and watching us. We're messing around here, but hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. So I'm going to take the full gematria of Revelation 6:12 and I'm going to paste it in the calculator.
So we're only going to focus on the reverse one, so 2210.
All right, I'm just going to just bring that one up. Okay.
Okay, so 2210. Can you click on the number 2210?
If it wants to load, hold on. Sorry, guys. My computer is super slow. All right, 2210,
Okay.
right?
Okay, so looking at the prime factors, so it's the first, the third, the sixth, and the seventh primes. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So that
First, third,
okay.
sixth, seventh.
I don't know if you want to maybe write that down somewhere, but just like keep 1, 3, 6, 7 in mind.
Hold on a second. So, guys, all right, I'm going to write the primes of these numbers down. This is the first, the third, the sixth, and the seventh prime, okay? So, well, actually, I'm not going to do that, but just try to remember that, all right?
Yeah. Okay. Now we can go back to the date duration. So if you go from Carrying Cross's birth, which is 7/19/85, to that 1968 Madrid earthquake, so 11/9/68.
Mm-hmm.
So it's exactly 871 weeks. Can you click 871? It's 13 times 67. So to me, that proves that's proof to me. I don't
All
know
right,
if
yeah. All right, so you guys, I don't know, give me a thumbs up in the chat, guys, if you followed that, because it does make a lot of sense. But yeah, if you take the prime factors of the number of the book of the whole verse of the earthquake verse in Revelation 6:12, you get it break down to the 1, 3, 6, and 7 prime numbers, right? And then if you take the 13679 and you go from Carrying Cross's actual birthday to the actual New Madrid earthquake in 1968, it breaks to 871 weeks, which is again the 1367. That's the prime factors of the number 871. So to me, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Definitely.
Yeah. That was just like the more that I wrap my head around that, it's like it's perfect. Like 871 weeks, perfect.
I mean, but
Like
did you also see it's 16 years, 811, 811?
I missed that one. I just like what the 871 just like it just like
Yeah.
stood out to me so much. But yeah, I missed that one too.
So what's interesting about that is Carrying Cross equals 168, like Beastquake. Well, let me first of all, I didn't even show this, but this was also something that got me onto the connection because let me just show you this 168 number here. So I told you guys there was a Beastquake, right? Marshawn. So actually, I think this is going to also prove it. Marshawn Lynch, the guy who did the Beastquake in Seattle on. Sorry, it does. I was wrong. Beastquake equals 168. Okay.
Oh
Beastquake
yeah,
equals
right. Yeah.
168 and 60 in the same cipher as Donald Trump. Okay. So just remember that 168 is Beastquake. Carrying Cross 168 and 60. Okay. So without me showing you anything else I already showed you, he even has the same gematria as Beastquake, just in the reverse cipher. And Taylor Swift was the other person in Seattle who had an earthquake thing, right? And if you look up Taylor Swift, she also has the 168. Okay. So again, two things involved in the Seattle earthquakes, and they both have the Beastquake was in Seattle. Taylor Swift was in Seattle. She equals 168. And then Carrying Cross. And why does Carrying Cross also connect to Washington? Because Washington State is founded on 1111, and Carrying Cross is 11. KK is 1111. So also the ritual with Carrying Cross right now attacking the black people is all about the KKK. Also, if you guys don't notice that, that's also
Oh,
the symbolism they're using. Because what's the chances that all the white people are attacking all the black people, and their initials are the KKK? Like, come on now. So,
yeah, I see that.
but yeah, so that 168, that's also my channel. That I always see that number because that's the number that I have, the
Uh,
168 on accident. And when I named it, I didn't know I was going to get that number. And my channel equals Queen Elizabeth II in all four ciphers. And Queen Elizabeth II was what I started my channel talking about, trying to predict her death. And also, I started my channel on the day that Queen Elizabeth became queen, on the anniversary of her becoming queen, and I just happened to match in all four ciphers Queen Elizabeth II. I didn't even mean to do it, but that's what happened. If you guys go back and watch my videos from when I started my channel, I was always talking about Queen Elizabeth. So yeah. Anyway, just a little extra add in there.
mhm.
So let's see, what are we on time? Yeah, we're getting pretty up there. I don't want to make it so long that people can't watch the whole thing, but so, anyways, yeah, we'll start on this on another stream. We'll do more on another stream, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
I need to bring other people on my stream also with us. I want to bring on the Illusion. I want to bring on Joseph at some point whenever they're ready to get on with me. Hopefully, we can do a round table and we can just bounce things around in stream. So
Oh, that'd be awesome.
yeah. So guys, make sure you go. Sean, is there any last thing you want to say before we end it?
Um, I just want to say like thanks a lot to you and to um like anyone who's came to my channel since like I've had a channel for a few years. Like my first video was after the World Cup, but I didn't I wasn't really like regularly posting videos, and I recently got laid off from my job around January, and I just wanted to kind of use the time to, I guess, get back into, you know, making content and see where it would take me. And from literally like, well, I think I really started around February. That's when I kind of started up again. So from February until now, like I, even though like he said, like I don't have a huge following, like objectively, but to me it's like astronomical. Like I never thought I would even have as many views or people watching, as, even though that's not that great of a number, but like I said, it is to me. And to all the people I've met a lot of people who I've learned from the beginning, when I just started. Like now I'm like talking and sharing information with them, like Cody being one of them. And it's like, yeah, it's been like it's like been like the best month or and month and a half of my life. Just like, just all this, and hopefully you guys enjoy or are learning something from me. Like he said, or like I said, like my work is really dense, but like Cody said, like I'm gonna have to try to keep it as authentic as I can. And hopefully like it the information is graspable. I'll do my best to, like, I'm not really good at talking or presenting, but I know that it would help you guys a lot more. So that's something I'm really working on. So hopefully I get to meet more people, and hopefully like my channel just gradually grows. But yeah, I'm just super thankful for you guys.
Yeah, man. Like I said, guys, go check out his channel. Here it is. Again, he's already gotten. You've already gotten, like, you had 216, so now
That's,
you're up.
oh my god, that's crazy.
So yeah, again,
Oh
at least
my
help him get his subscriber count up, guys, and watch every once in a while, watch his videos and just give him a like. Again, this is how I got started, and again, he just got laid off, so help him out, and just help him, grow his channel. Because again, when I first started, I was being authentic too and just doing my best, and I started, and I remember being so excited about 252 subscribers too, and that's amazing, man. Just keep growing, and keep putting out the work, and whatever you feel, God is laying on your heart to share it, and it will grow, and you will be amazed by it. So just be authentic with it. That's the
Yeah,
most thing.
and yeah, thanks. And it like this space is a lot. Like I really rely on it a lot, because like outside of this, like in the real world, like it's,
There's
I
nothing,
can't
right?
talk, you can't, I can't talk about any of this stuff, and it's such a big part of me and what goes on in my head. So like this is like this space right here. Before I had it, like before I was really like, I felt like I was really part of it. It was like I was bottling up so much. So this has done a lot for me, like for my well-being and stuff. So yeah, um I could just go on and on, but yeah.
Yeah, it really, if you're doing what you're called to do, if what it is God's calling you to do it, if it feels right, regardless of even if you get subs or not, you should still be doing it. You should just be doing it. And there's plenty of people that are going to watch and learn, and then be able to share with you. So again, guys, thank you guys all in the chat right now, every single one of you. You guys are much appreciated here on my channel. Again, in this community, there's a lot of fighting and bickering for no reason. And on my channel, we're coming here to get along, to work together. And as you can see in my chat, everyone's sharing amazing info, working together. Every single one of you are doing amazing jobs too. And every single one of you should be starting a channel. Okay? Do you hear that? Every single one of you decoders that I see posting amazing things in the chat should be starting your own channels and getting work out there and sharing it for yourself and for others. Not just for yourself, but for others.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was telling Casey too, is that like um there's been a lot of times when I was like thinking about um just basically quitting and just putting the truth stuff aside, and just trying to be normal again. But like I knew how much things that I've found that like there's a good chance that it wouldn't be found otherwise. And the way that like all this whole thing works is whenever somebody puts something out, then it opens a door for somebody else. Like there's so many things that I would never have like learned or stumbled upon if it wasn't for like the things that you guys have talked about. Like the thing I found out with carrying cross, I did not know about that before we talked this morning, and I never
Right.
would. So it's
Yeah.
like, so um like we really do all need each other to like, we can't really hold in the info, because no matter what, like even if we don't want to, it's like something that's bigger than us. So it's like, if some, you never know, like with all the people out there, like it will at least impact one person, and then that's gonna like, it just creates like a big chain reaction that is like well needed. Like we need like it
Yeah.
to keep going like that.
Yep.
And I was like, I was telling also, yeah, I was telling Casey, like one of the big reasons for me to like to have a channel at all, or to like present, is because there might be, because I, like you said, there's so many great people I see in the comments, like amazing people that like, I was kind of like that too for a while. I was just really in the comments, and I wasn't really posting, making content, until I was just like really motivated to, and I guess it kind of came out of nowhere. But I know that that kind of, that's going to keep happening too. So if I could help influence that somehow, then my job was done. Like that, if I could help anyone else have the courage to do what I did, um then I'm accomplished.
Yep. Exactly. I agree with you 100%, man. And again, I'm on your side. I got your back. I'm going to give you a shout out, and again, we're going to keep following this earthquake thing, and we're going to keep seeing how this plays out. Again, we're not predicting that there's going to be an earthquake on that day, but again, whatever this year is leading to, guys, this eclipse and everything after that leading to next year's blood moon, there's probably going to be a lot that happens. The election's there. We could see a political earthquake. We could see a real earthquake. I don't know. But either way, we're just going to keep following it together, documenting. It's not about getting things right either. Again, I've been called out by that, by certain people in the community. My prediction, I just throw stuff out there when I see it. I'm not necessarily making predictions. And even if I get it wrong, I don't care, because, again, I'm following everything as it goes. I'm just following it like I'm reading it like a book, right?
Yeah.
As we go, we just keep decoding it. We keep seeing it. And again, this, like Sean said, in this community, we're people that have come out of the world, and we see through the bull. And now we have to be together, because in order for us to stay sane, we have to have each other. We have to have somebody to share this stuff with. And it's important that we can't go back to the world, right? We can't go back to that. Like you said, Sean, we don't want to go back to that, because that would just pretty much kill us inside, because we've already walked away from it. Doesn't mean we don't live in the real world. We go out, we enjoy nature. That's the other thing we should be doing, guys. Go out, get into nature when you're off your computers. Get into nature. Find places to really relax and get away from the computers. But when you're not doing that, share your info, right? So it's a good balance, and I need to also work on that. My girlfriend will attest. I need to get better at doing less decoding some days, but also right now, I'm here in Albania by myself, so I'm trying to really focus on that. So, anyways, I think we're going to end the stream here, and make sure it's not too long for everyone. But thank you, Sean, so much for coming on tonight. Thank you for posting your videos. Can't wait to see your next video. And again, guys, go check out Sean, and like, here's his channel right here. So thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, Cody.
All right. Have a good night or day, whatever it is there.
And thank you everybody for being so patient with me, because I know that, it's a lot. So thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem, man. Take care, all right?
You guys too. You too.
All right, guys. So again, thank you guys so much. And thanks, Joseph, in the chat. Thank you, all the people in the chat who shared things. Thank you, KJ Malone. I remember he shared something. Thank you to also Not of This World. I see she's in the chat. And Joseph Aquaviva and The Illusion. I'll leave all the links for channels in the bottom of this video. If you guys want to support the channel, please hit the like button. And if you guys want to also support the channel, there's a link to donate to my channel up at the top of this link. And if you guys feel it's on your heart to support me and help me out, I greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, have a good rest of your day out there, guys. Much love to you all. And yeah, God bless you all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.